Hello everyone, let's try to solve a tricky problem today. In this problem, we are given 3 strings and we can perform multiple operations such that we can delete the rightmost character of a string of size at least 2 to make all these 3 strings equal. In the first example, these 3 strings are not equal, so we'll remove the last character of the first and the second string. Now we can see that the 3 resultant strings are equal and it took 2 delete operations to achieve this. In our second example, these 3 strings are not equal, so we'll remove the last character of each of them. Even now they are not equal, so we'll remove the last character again. Now we see that the resultant strings are still not equal, but since their size is less than 2, we cannot make another delete operation. So we'll return -1 in this case. Let's try to understand more about this problem using this example. We see that the last and the second last characters are not equal, so they have to be deleted. Now we are left only with the first character and we see that they are not equal. And since the resultant string is less than 2 characters, we cannot make any further deletions to make them equal. You can observe that this will be the case for any 3 strings whose first character are not the same. Even after multiple deletions, we can never make them equal. So in that case, we can directly return -1. Now let's look at this example where there are 3 strings with length 3, 5 and 2. Now let's think about it. Can this ever be the resultant string after multiple delete operations in all these 3 strings? You can notice that this has the maximum length amongst the 3 strings. So the smaller strings can only become smaller after delete operations and they can never have a length of 5. Hence we'll have to delete characters from it to make it equal to a smaller string. Similarly, this string is larger than the string with length 2, so we can ignore any character after the first 2 characters of these 3 strings and we'll have to at least delete them to get to an equal string. So we'll start from the first character and see that they are equal. Similarly, we can see that the next character of the 3 strings are equal. And since we have reached the last character of our minimum string, there is no point to compare further characters. Hence the remaining 4 characters have to be deleted in order to make them equal. Let's go through a complete example. We can notice that these 3 strings are not equal. Now let's consider a scenario in which we are allowed to delete all the characters to make it into an empty string. In that case, we are sure that they will be equal because all of the strings will become empty after deleting all their characters. In this case, we know that there are 12 characters in total, so after deleting the 12 characters, they will become equal. Since we can easily check that the first character of these strings are equal, so we'll never encounter that case that they result into an empty string. We won't have to remove these 3 characters. So definitely we'll reach our equal string after 9 deletions. Now we'll check the next character of the strings. We see that these 3 characters are equal, so we won't have to delete them. Hence definitely we can result into an empty string after 6 deletions. For the next character, we see that they are not equal, so we'll have to delete all these 6 remaining characters. To summarize this, we see that we have 12 characters, out of which 6 starting characters are equal, so they don't have to be deleted, and the remaining 6 characters are bad characters and they have to be deleted. So if we subtract good characters from the total number of characters, we'll get our answer, which is the number of bad characters. The time complexity of this is O of n because we have to go through the characters only once and the space complexity would be constant. Let's implement our solution. The first thing that we'll do is check if the first characters of the strings are not equal. In that case, we'll directly return -1. Now we'll store the length of the 3 characters in 3 variables. Since we only have to compare characters till the minimum length of these 3 strings, we'll keep a variable to extract that out. We'll initially assume that all the characters have to be deleted in order to reach the equal string. Now we'll run a for loop till the minimum length. And for each of these indices, we'll check if the characters in the 3 strings are equal. If they are equal, then we know that we don't have to delete these 3 characters. Hence we'll subtract 3 from our answer. And if these 3 characters are not equal, then in that case we know that all the characters from here have to be deleted, hence we'll break out of the loop and then return our answer. If all the 3 strings up to the minimum length are equal, we'll subtract all the good characters from our result and then return it. We are done with our solution, let's submit it. You can see that our solution is accepted. If you like this video, please leave a like, share your feedback and then subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and see you soon.